So I used to have this preconception before I got into banking that the ones that thrive and the ones that are invested in are the ones that could model anything, never make a mistake, were promoted the fastest because they did all these things to a T. But I was wrong. The single most important skill that an investment banker can make is communication. It's all communication. What I'm talking about has more to do with whether or not you understand your audience and whether or not you can deliver a message in the right way, in the right format, at the right time to the right person. That's a skill that needs to be understood when you get into investment banking, especially earlier in your career. Because let's start with number one, stripping something down to its essence to avoid complexity. When you're writing an email or telling your MD something or somebody who's more limited on time than you are, you have to understand that you have to avoid a lot of the nuances. They don't want a 5-page paragraph. They don't want to have something effectively they need to read. They have something that they can quickly take the message away, step out, understand what's going on, and be able to get the essence of what the importance is by getting the headline of the communication up front. Banking, again, is a world of extremely busy people. So stripping out complexity is an essential skill that you need to learn when you first get into investment banking. So number two, the next thing you need to understand is that not all communication is the same. A Slack or Teams message to your team member who's a fellow analyst compared to a formal email to a client or a formal email to an MD is different. And here's something that I saw that really set people back. When analysts treat all communication the same, using casual language to their superiors, using casual language to the client, there's a misunderstanding of the hierarchy of communication that you need to go through. You have to understand what this person who's across from you is thinking about. They want to be able to understand whether they can trust you in order to deliver this message. You're doing it in a manner that's respectful of a hierarchy of communication based off where you sit and where they sit. Where you have more formal lines of communication have to do with clients and have to do with people who are ahead of you. And as a result, you should respect those boundaries until one of them decide to break it down. That's one of the things that's very crucial to understand. You have to be respectful for them to break it down first before you can get more familiar with them, and only at the right time. If you're talking about something very serious or you're talking about something that has large implications for a larger field compared to what did you do this weekend, you have to be able to match the tone and mirror the situation. So that brings me to my third point, timing. Timing is essential in investment banking. So there's really two ways that you can fail. Number one, staying silent when something is going wrong. If you're not proactive about your communication when something is off track, that can lead to mistrust. The second is over communication. When you are following up on things that no one really needs a status update about, it leads to over communication. And as a result, it shows that you're oversaturating them and therefore they place less importance on what it is that you're saying. Each one of those shows bad judgment, and you want to be both proactive but proportionate is really the way that I would describe the way that you want to communicate. If you strip all of this away, what is investment banking, right? Let's take away all the technical skills, all the spreadsheets, all that stuff. You are effectively in a high communication business. There are folks that are trying to get something done within a certain amount of time involving a lot of smart people. I used to say that all the time. The thing that I would say is you're dealing with an incredibly difficult decision involving a group of very intelligent people, involving a lot of money on a shortened timeline with limited or imperfect information. So as a result, they have to be able to respect your judgment and the ability for you to show that you understand when is the right time to communicate and when is not the right time to communicate. So what should you do in order to prepare for this? Well, here's a way that you can prepare for it right now. Take something that's complex, whether it be a news article or something that you understood in school, and try to sum it down to its essence in 3 sentences. Then try to do one. And then try to explain it to your grandma in that 3-sentence, 1 sentence. And then you can elaborate from there. Because if they don't hear anything else, at least they can hear that one point. Then everything after that, if they want more color, you can give it to them. But if you start with over explaining from the top, you're going to lose them. And as a result, the ones that are the strongest communicators, that understand timing, that understand hierarchy, that understand form and doing it in the right way at the right time, they're the ones that are going to get promoted the quickest.